It's a brand new season, a brand new time, and it's definitely in order for me to say a very happy new year to you and yours. Wishing you the most amazing year to come and hope all your heart desires will definitely be met. We do apologize for starting off late, but of course we wanted to give you magic, and that's exactly why we had a little delay, but of course we are here. You're welcome to a brand new season, brand new edition. That feels good to say this. Of Nka only on Afia TV, broadcasting live from the most beautiful part of Nigeria, Enugu, Nigeria, on DSTV 254 and Go TV 17. I am Jimmy Bulama Ashebu, and I do have a co-host here with me, starting off the show today. His name is Farami Ashebu. Say hi. Hello. Excuse me. Well, I think he has lots of thoughts on his mind, and I do understand where he's coming from. So, you need to think of your life. But in line with thinking of your life, we're starting off the new year on a chill note. I mean, right here on Afia TV, we're just relaxing, trying to decompress from all the worries of last year and forget our sorrows. And most importantly, looking forward to the most amazing year. I'm praying that this year we become better versions of ourselves. For those of you who are saying, I don't need advice, please, we don't need to hear about what you learned from last year. That's okay. It's important that we have those people who do not want to be better this year because, what's the fun in that? We need people who will be examples of what not to be. So why can't that be you? So it's important that, I'm just joking, don't mind me, but looking forward to a brand new year, lots of expectations, and I hope yours are met. I do have two fantastic guests tonight on the show who I will be introducing in just a little bit. Don't go anywhere. Nka will be right back. You're welcome back to Nka only on Afia TV. And just like I said, starting off the new year in a very chill manner, on a soft manner, soft zone, just having fun. And I think that's the perfect way to start off the new year. No troubles, no issues. I don't know. It's important that, you do something that makes you happy this year. Apart from personal development, trying to be a better version, like I said earlier, just be happy. It's important that you're happy. Well, joining me tonight is the most beautiful lady I have seen in a long while. So as normally you have to go and research your guests, and I did so. Went to check her out, and I saw this tall-looking damsel, and I was forced to ask my producer, is this lady a model or what? Because, she's so tall, beautiful, slender, the melanin is popping, everything. Well, joining us tonight is the most beautiful, amazing Essa. Good evening. Thank you so much for joining us.
Good evening. Thank you so much, and a happy new year to you.
Wishing
you have flattered me so much.
Yeah, I thought you were a model, but have you ever modeled before? Because I'm like, nah, this body is not.
Oh yes, I have.
You see, I was
modeling at some time.
Spot on. I was right. It's a pleasure to have you right here with us.
Thank you so much.
All right.
The pleasure is all mine.
Yeah. All right. Joining us is a man whose name has been put in a lot of song titles. When I saw his name, I just started thinking of a song that had Machiavelli in it, and I just kept on playing in my head. I didn't know which of the Machiavelli songs that was playing, but I found out that there are a lot other songs titled Machiavelli. Well, joining us tonight is artist, manager, creative director, and writer Caesar Machiavelli. Good evening. Thank you so much for joining us.
Good evening, pleasure.
Your name and when I met you, I was like, wow, you're very calm. So when I saw the name Caesar Machiavelli, I was like, yeah, what's up? And I just see you're very cool. It's a pleasure to have you here. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you as well.
All right. Right before we get into the conversation,
All right.
what would you say is that thing that you're looking forward to doing, achieving this year? No pressure. It doesn't have to be very important. It doesn't have to be very serious, right? It can be maybe you're looking forward to having babies, you're looking forward to getting married, you're looking forward to snatching someone's girlfriend. It can't be any of that. So I'd like to know, what would you say is that thing that you're looking forward to?
Personally, for the year 2025, I would say, I'm more into self-development, it's an idea I've had from the middle of next year. I've always had this picture of going more into the things I like in terms of hobbies, and then just self-development in general. Take more courses, write more, things like that.
Well, you're serious. I was not asking for serious. You
I'm
see,
serious
I,
as well.
I was very specific when I said it doesn't have to be serious. I
Damn.
was expecting you to say I plan to snatch somebody's girlfriend. I plan to do other things you can
That one
do.
can come in eventually.
He can't come in.
Yeah, no.
But talking about hobbies, you definitely struck something in my mind. I've been thinking about trying out different things, especially in the Southeast here. A lot of people do not know this, and I need to say this. The Southeast is very bougie, Enugu in particular. We have so many things that a lot of people do not have in their states. So you need to come here to explore. Talking about wine making, pottery making, candle making. There are lots of exciting hobbies that you can definitely explore this year. So when you said hobbies, that came to mind because I saw a lady who started off wine making as a hobby, and now she's actually exporting bottles. So who knows?
How does it work? Because I don't think I've seen any grapevine in Enugu.
Well, you can start your own. See, you need to believe. Where's the mind? You see, you are the kind of people that kill dreams. This is how you kill.
I'm just curious.
You're killing dreams. Do you know whether there might be a grapevine somewhere?
They say when life gives you lemon, you make lemon.
I'm not going to let you kill my dreams. Anyways, Essa, what would you say you're looking forward to doing in the new year?
I'm going to explore my creativity like in deeper levels, deeper dimensions. That's what I'm looking out for in 2025. So you're going to see the most craziest part of me.
Well, I mean, I think we're already seeing that. And I mean this as a compliment, though. I went on Facebook to check you out. And one thing that came to mind was, okay, so I love how this lady is not comfortable in her comfort zone. She tries to come out of it every single time. I saw a song, and I can't forget the name. It was Ballerina. It was a freestyle, but it had this Jamaican patois feel to it. And, I saw other ones with the Simi and Tiwa cover you did, the Showa, Kiss Daniel. You keep on trying, you keep on experimenting. And that's fantastic as an artist. It just stretches you and, gives you more room to be able to do a lot of things. So, I mean, it's definitely commendable. So I just needed to say that because I did check that out.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. All right. I'll start off with you, Caesar Machiavelli.
Right.
Why artist, management, creative director? Your name sounds like an artist name. Why not you? Because, I mean, my name is Caesar Machiavelli. I'm an artist. I sing. So why not you? Why are you not singing? Is it that you don't have a passion for it? Or what inspired you to want to manage talent?
First of all, initially, the whole idea was to start singing. I've always been a writer.
You see?
Wait.
I'm a prophetess. I'm feeling the annoyance. Don't mind me. Go ahead.
All right. So the thing is, when I started up writing, I think I had this perfectionist streak.
Write songs?
Me.
What did you used to write?
It wasn't song. I don't know how to explain.
Poems, spoken words.
Yeah, something like that. At first, I didn't put a word to it. I didn't put a title. I just felt the need to write. There was this constant need to express in written words. It just comes easily. I don't know how to explain to you. So. And
since it comes easily, let's have you say one or two of those things you write down. Just think about it. You talked about grapevines just now. Be creative. You are a creative director.
All right.
Go ahead.
In my grapevine of endless emotion.
Oh, shit.
Lost in time and tide. From deepest part of Hades comes this onward explosion.
You are alone in Hades. We are not together.
We're not done. That's the beauty of poetry. Hades could actually be a perfect place for you. A place of knowledge.
It's a perfect place for you.
I get your point, but then, as I was saying,
I'm just teasing you. That was amazing. I didn't expect that, but just thought to try. That was really amazing.
I don't think there's a freestyle in poetry, but that was something just now. So I guess could be better. I guess.
No, it's fantastic. So you were going on to talk about why you decided to, manage talent.
initially was never, I don't think there was ever a time I pictured myself becoming a talent manager. I think it was just fate and fortune, just presenting. I've always been a writer. I think I started writing, I was way back as primary three. It's been years actually. So I haven't had a collection of books that I'm yet to publish. I want to publish eventually when I think it's due. So I've always been a writer, and then I have this in-depth appreciation of musical sounds. I don't know how, but then I can hear a sound, and this in the middle of the whole beat, I can hear this particular. I just have this ear for it. So that's how I met some of the artists I have. Yeah, over
Who are those
years.
artists?
Okay, I have one with me in the studio. He's told me he's the most recent and the one currently gaining his ground mainstream. So he just dropped a new song about 2 weeks ago featuring Quincy. It's a nice song. I think you should be listening to it, Redemption. So, as I was saying, I always had this writing in me. And then I don't have a good voice in case you've noticed. I always got mocked.
Your voice is nice. It has this husky feel to it.
Yes, but then...
And people who have husky voice, they usually have money. So, it's a win for you.
Anyway, as I was saying, I just never felt like singing like it was my thing, but then writing comes easily, and then I always have this perfectionist streak rather than ruin it, make it better. So found out when it comes into the creative circle, I was natural. I didn't have to make an effort. But then if you ask me to sing now, I'll probably have a hard time. But let's say you're the one singing and I was in the studio with you, I'll be able to help you compose a very nice piece. But let's say you give me the beat, ask me to sing, it will just sound like noise to me. I find a way of just creating harmony with words, but not being able to sing. So
the beautiful thing about this show is we try to bring people out of their comfort zone. Who knows? You might just be inspired to sing before the end of the show. The possibilities are endless. All right, Asa, let us come to you. I listened to Tangerine over and over right before I get into your journey so far. I listened to Tangerine over and over again about that guy who's making you feel like a fine lady, who is making your head sing Do Re Mi. Let's talk about the inspiration behind Tangerine, because at a point I was in a makeup studio listening to the song, looking at your videos, and I kept on hearing the song play, and at the point I had to tell the makeup artist, Omo, I'm sure I've learned this song before I was done checking out these videos, because it's very catchy, which is nice. So talk to us about that great love of yours that inspired the song Tangerine, and then we get into your journey so far of how you became an artist, how you discovered your talent, and how it's led you to where you are right now.
Okay, thank you. Well, I know we all love love, right? I mean, everybody loves love. And for me as an artist, I'm greatly inspired by true life experiences. It doesn't even have to be about me.
Mm-hmm.
Music is a way of expression for me. And so when I listen to people talk, when I read stories online, of course, real life experiences, I can be inspired by literally anything that gives me joy, that brings me peace. And so Tangerine is just about that celebration of love, a way of expressing how love can be beautiful in my own way. I mean, it doesn't even have to be about the love of a guy. My family, they show me the most love. My friends, I mean, the love I see around, the love I experience from other people, finding good companionship from, each other. So that's what Tangerine is centered upon.
You know what I love about artists? They have a way of deflecting from where you might be going, because I was very inspired when I started off with the love and the great love. Expecting to say, yes, it's true. There's this young man.
No.
He's been doing my body Do Re Mi. You're correct, but no. You always have to bust the bubble and talk about storytelling and how it's an expression of true life events.
But it's true.
I'm not
it's true.
I mean, I agree with you. I'm just expressing my heartbreak, but that's okay.
Oh my God.
Let's talk about your journey so far. When did you discover your talent for music, and how did you go about it?
Well, right from when I was a child growing up, I've always known that I'll follow this route. But it wasn't,
And your parents were in support?
No, not at the time. When I started, the African parents, they want me to continue further my education. I mean, come out with good grades. But I've always been into social activity a lot. I was always at the forefront into the drama club, music, dancing. At some point, I even created groups with my friends into like,
What's the
we
name
did
of the
music,
group?
we did dancing. I had Soul Love, I had Fly High. I have the one created by my school, Baptist High School, primary school in Jos, because that's where I grew up. So
Interesting.
it was an interesting journey for me. But I could not pursue it fully because, I was in school and I was still young and growing, so I had to focus on my studies. But at some point along the line, I knew that this was going to be serious for me, but it obviously would be when I can make personal decisions for myself. So I just focused on my studies while still, being involved in social activities in school, heavily actually. And then I finished school. I studied accounting in Port Harcourt, in University
Why
of Port Harcourt.
accounting? Your parents' influence, or you thought about money? You're like, you know what? I like to learn to manage my money.
I'm an Igbo girl,
Ah,
you know.
oh my God! Please say that again. Say that again.
I'm an Igbo girl, and my father is a businessman. I always go to our shop to help him out, to just say hi and hello. I see sales girls, sales boys everywhere. Boy, you know what they call boy in the
My
local,
boy.
exactly.
Yeah.
So I grew up in that setting, and I know my dad is a business person, so I liked how he handled business, money, and that just made me decide to go into accounting because I knew that it was about money. That's how I made my decision.
Interesting. That's a very good reason to do so. Well, how was the dynamic like? I love the fact that you said you used to visit the shop often. And the funny thing about Afia TV is we're here to celebrate the enterprising nature of the average Eastern businessman because they're very resilient. They're very
Yeah.
enterprising in nature. They don't even need a product to start a business. I mean, that's the
Exactly.
Igbo man for you. So when you said that, it just made me smile because that's exactly what we stand for. But now, as a
Yeah.
young lady being in this environment, how did it make you feel?
You mean in the music and entertainment business?
No, I'm talking about business. Going to see your dad, being
Okay.
in
Yeah.
the midst of
No.
the hustle and the bustle.
It was an interesting thing for me because most of the people that were under my dad were my cousins, my uncles, my relatives from the village. So it was just in the midst of people I know, people I am fond of. So when I go to the shop, it's just as if I'm going to my family house, the second family house, but in business space. So it wasn't something that was alien to me. It was something I really enjoyed. And even though what he was doing didn't warrant me being actively involved, I could just sit down and then watch customers come in and out. The whole setting was just a beautiful experience for me. Not just me, I and my siblings, because my mom often takes us there to stay with my dad and then come back.
Got it.
So it was interesting.
I was going to ask, did he try roping any of you into the business? I mean, talking about legacy, talking about a successor.
Well, yeah, he did name one of his business after my sister.
Okay.
But yeah, the whole just crisis kind of affected a lot of things for my father, me and my family. So when we relocated, we started off afresh in the East. So that whole thing just kind of affected us.
I'm from the north.
If not, I'm sure.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
No, if not by now, I'm sure that business would have translated into something really big, and my sister would have continued because it was named after her, and she was supposed to be in charge later on.
I definitely agree. I'm from the north, so I'm tempted to ask how, before the crisis, how was the experience like living in Jos? Because right before I came on set, it's a chill day at the office, and we're having conversations about Jos, about ice in water, people who stayed in Jos.
Yeah.
My general manager was talking about his experience, strawberries, things like that. Jos, I had a friend saying Jos was an amazing place, and it was like the best place he has stayed in Nigeria. So I'm tempted to ask what you experience was like, rather, staying in Jos?
Absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. I mean, it's just a very calm place. Before the crisis, I don't think I would have enjoyed living in any other place if it would. I mean, the crisis just affected everything, but living in Jos made me grow up and enjoy peace. I mean, yeah, the peace, the serenity is just so calm. The hustle and bustle of Lagos right now, because I'm currently in Lagos. It's something I cannot even relate. I cannot put together. I don't have the right words to use to describe how different and how chaotic it is with how I grew up. So just made me grow up in a peaceful place before the whole crisis started. I mean, it was a beautiful experience. Then the ice blocks, something I don't think we experience in any other state. I don't think. But in Jos, it's just like a normal thing. Experiencing rain that has heavy ice blocks falling. So these are happy, because I don't think I've seen it. And then have snow. Sometimes in the morning, the mist that comes out in the morning kind of make you enjoy nature, sort of.
I think if I let you go
experience of nature,
you will give us a 4-page point agenda of how amazing Jos is.
I'm stuck here.
No, I do understand where you're coming from. A place where you did enjoy, you did experience, and it's amazing to see that Nigeria is blessed. All different parts of Nigeria, the northeast, the northwest, southeast, everywhere is blessed, and we just need to explore more. But now, getting back to your music, what was the first song you ever wrote, and can you still remember?
Okay, so let me kind of digress a little bit, because I was sharing how I transitioned into music, or how I grew my creative space.
Go ahead.
So I worked as an accountant, just with one or two firms, and then I pursued art actively because I'm also a fine art photographer.
Lovely.
I'm into fine arts, fine art photography fully. So that is what I did for quite some time. Until early last year, January, I decided that, it was time to pursue music fully, pursue my career. And I started off writing freestyles, covers. I just tried to grow my sound. Before then, I had written a lot of songs. And one of the first songs I wrote was Tangerine. And that is why I put out Tangerine first.
Are you serious? Tangerine was one of the first songs you wrote?
Exactly.
Oh, wow. What year did you write Tangerine in?
I think 2025.
You wrote
Tangerine? No, sorry, 2015. Sorry.
I was going to say, wow, you're in the future.
No. No, sorry, that was a mistake. 2015. Yeah, that was when I wrote Tangerine. Because I knew I was heavily writing then. I can remember the year. So. And
whether you choose to realize it or not, I know you are influenced by love. But you say it's true life experiences. I agree with you. I'm not gonna argue. But at this point, we need to go for a quick break. When we do come back, I still have Caesar Machiavelli and Essa of Essa Music right here with me. Don't go anywhere, Nka. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the show. If you were wondering, of course, I said that we are broadcasting live from Enugu, Nigeria, DSTV 254, Go TV 17, and this is Afia TV. Starting off with football. A lot of people want me to talk about Chelsea. I'm not going to talk about Chelsea. Manchester United. I'm a Manchester United fan, and this is how you know true fans. When there's heartbreak around, we still talk about our club regardless, because we know dry bones shall rise again. So if you're a Manchester United fan, starting off the year with hope, because things can change. So don't worry, I'm hopeful. To all the Chelsea fans who have been dragging me, that's okay. Let's watch and see what happens. But of course, I still have Caesar Machiavelli here and Essa of Essa Music. And, we're going down memory lane of how Essa started music, her experience in Jos, Caesar Machiavelli, talking about how writing comes easily to him, and how he never thought he was going to be a talent manager, but somehow found himself doing this because he found out that he had an ear for music, and it has been so amazing. Well, there's something we do on the show, guys, where we get to appreciate you and make you feel loved. So right now, guys, studio, if you're ready, I'd like you to surprise Essa, and then we come to Caesar Machiavelli and make them smile right about now. What are you expecting?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Okay, well, I guess you get to find out right about now. We're starting off with you, Essa. Let's see. I do have questions for both of you right after this, but I guess we get to find out in just a bit. And just so you know, I think a colleague of mine is staring at the screen and he's just smiling, looking at the picture. I'm not going to call his name for security reasons, but he knows himself.
My goodness. Okay.
This is nice. Is this one of the jobs, like modeling jobs? Because this is beautiful. It's really lovely.
Thank you. That's just my pictures.
This is nice.
Oh my god.
This is lovely.
Thank you. Who is this?
Wow. What year was this photo taken?
You said?
What year was this photo taken? I love it.
Yeah, last year. I'm trying to remember when I did the cine cover.
That photo is lovely. Really lovely.
Thank you.
Oh, you agree?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. The other guest agrees that the photo is really lovely.
Oh my god,
You can't
thank
see-
you.
Stop being quiet. I say be loud about your compliments. The way you said it, oh, yes, it's fine. Tell the lady that you look beautiful.
You look really beautiful.
Thank you.
That's how we roll. Okay, Caesar Machiavelli, you're up next. Let us show you some love right about now. Why are you scared?
I wonder what you're about to say.
Well, you're about to find out in just a bit.
God,
I like the way you're worried.
I'm
You look very worried on screen. Don't worry. Let your heart be at peace. I know.
Oh my god.
Good things come to those who wait. Wow. How far back is this photo, please?
It should be 2020 or 20.
You look very handsome. I don't know why this is not a bad photo.
Okay.
2020.
Wow. Hey guys, investigative reporters or something.
I mean, my producer is the best. That's all I can say.
Damn.
He knows how to delve and find his photos. So.
Damn. Ah.
So it's clear you grew up in Enugu.
Yes.
But with these photos, I don't need to ask where you did grow up. I can see that you did grow up in Enugu. That's fantastic. I used to attend places like this. I'm just teasing you. Anyways, what we do with those photos is to remind you of how far you've come and to appreciate you, to let you know that the best is yet to come.
Yeah.
And it's just going down memory lane to say, you know what? You're going to be bigger, you're going to be better. And we're hopeful that this year is going to be super fantastic for both of you.
Thank you. I appreciate.
You are welcome. All right, Caesar Machiavelli, let's come to you.
All
Now,
right.
what would you say has been your biggest challenge managing talents?
Predicting what the audience would love, I would say, is difficult because left for the artists, they just make music and then they have no idea exactly how to go about it. Now you have to be in people's mind's eye to picture exactly. You see an image, you visualize it, you find a way to bring it to life, and then still visualize it from the other person's perspective. So I feel like that's the hardest part of talent management. You have to be yourself and find a way to manage the artist so there's this cordial relationship and still maintain this third perspective where you can also criticize yourself and criticize the artist. That's the best way to relate to the audience.
So you're like a buffer.
Yeah.
You make sure that the artist is happy.
Mm-hmm.
You try to...
Not always happy. Sometimes.
Okay, not always happy.
Sometimes.
Okay, so now let's get into what you do on a daily with your talents.
All right. Let's see. He writes a song, he records. Most times, because I also play the role of songwriter, so most times I'm at the studio when he's recording. He records. Then in cases where I'm not in the studio, he records. I have to listen, and then in those kind of cases, I have to learn to put aside, because it's impossible to manage an artist and not create this friendship. So I learned to go beyond the friendship and keep it on strictly. I just keep it real. No emotions.
Professional.
I just, if this is horrible, I ask you, okay, imagine you're not the one that recorded this. Would you listen to this? So
Okay, so you don't tell them public like this thing, it doesn't make sense.
I have to. The thing is, if it's I think it's constructive criticism, I tell you it's not fine, and it's
But
one
in
thing
a
to say
polite
it's
manner.
not fine. Yeah, but I point out the points that needs touches, because this is effort, this is art. So you have to respect the artist enough, but still respect them enough to give them the proper criticism. So that's just what it is. Why still? I don't know.
Try to
Still,
make them happy.
yes,
I think you're going back there.
yeah, it's hard. You have to double boot, but then most times it works out fine. You create a masterpiece, and then in the end, you just want it.
Now let's talk about how rewarding what you do is. I say this because a lot of people who are watching tonight and they're like, this guy is speaking English, talent. He's talking about music, making somebody happy. How rewarding is this thing? Because looking at it, because not a lot of people know what it entails to be a talent manager. And you've just explained your day-to-day activity, what you do. So how rewarding would you say it is in Nigeria, of course?
Yeah.
I need to add that.
In Nigeria, first of all, you have to be. Man, the thing is, if you don't love what you do, it's going to be very difficult being a talent manager. It's just something I like. You have to figure out, be the creative behind it. The artist just makes the music. You imagine how the video goes, or sometimes the artist makes the music. You imagine the perfect feature for this, and then go about trying to secure that feature. So I think the most reward, especially when you're managing up and coming talent, is seeing the effort and the whole creative ideas become reality, building it and then seeing the reward. Because like recently, there's this artist, Tommy, the guy I mentioned earlier, he was going viral, and then, the whole joy about the constant calls. Then I was in Abuja, so calling me and saying things like, have you seen our video? We're currently at 50K plays. And then at first, because I remember the day we had the video shoot, it was just a viral video, it was not the official video. So I remember the day we had the video shoot, it was a whole stressful process. And it was a festive day, it's 25th year. So from the whole day we spent shooting, I just had few hours to space ourselves all day. So when it's something stressful, so seeing the whole joy, realizing that, okay, it wasn't the time, a wasted effort and all those things.
I think I need to rephrase my question.
Okay.
How financially rewarding it is, because it's important for you. You're talking about, while that is good, it's good to be able to see how rewarding your work is. So it's the finance I'm talking about.
Depends. Let's just put it that way.
Depends on the contract you sign
with the artist,
or the conversation you have.
No, depends on the contract and conversation. Okay, in terms of your relationship with the artist, it depends on the prior contract you establish with the artist. And then in terms of going on with shows, performance, it depends on the conversation and the deals you're able to secure. So that's the rewards are not fixed. Sometimes it's big, sometimes it's little. I think you just have to love what you're doing and keep hoping to get to that bigger stage, bigger platform to show. So the reward is relative. It depends. I just put it that way, it depends.
Well, I agree with you, even if you refuse to give us a figure. I do understand. All right, Esther, let us talk about music, right? Since you came back to the scene in 2024, what would you say has been the most challenging thing you have had to experience as a female artist coming into the music scene?
Well, first and foremost, I would say I've experienced the most challenge in navigating the space as an independent artist. It's not so easy financing yourself in the music space, handling your activities yourself, being completely in charge as far the videos, the planning, the everything. So the most challenge for me is being an independent artist, which I'm just taking slowly one day at a time. Then other than that, I think the idea of being a female artist is just a little bit stereotyped, I would say, because some producers who don't even want to work with female artists. Yes, I've experienced a producer that told me that he personally don't like to work with female artists.
Did you ask him why?
We get that a lot. And He said most female artists are not serious.
Wow.
That is what he said. So I took my job elsewhere. So these are the kind of things we see. I'm much more, but I'm embracing the journey as it comes.
Yeah, I do understand. I mean, I've had female artists on the show talk about how, just like you rightly said, some producers, some management refuse to work with them because they feel like with ladies, they don't really go too far. Maybe after a while they get pregnant or decide to fall in love or they get married. So people think about their investments and, it's easier when you work with, that's what they say. And I do not agree because, I mean, this is someone's profession. This is something that people put their heart into. And the fact that it happened to one person doesn't mean it happened to the rest. So I do understand and I do sympathize with you and hoping that things are better. But right before we go on our final break, how rewarding has it been coming back to the music scene in just a year? Financially rewarding, because I don't want you to go and give me Caesar's version of rewarding again.
Financially, to be honest, financially, no, not yet.
Okay.
Not yet. Rather, I'm actually financing myself. Like I rightly said before. So for now, it's not rewarding. However, I'm looking at the long term, of it. Financially. So, but there are other, valuable awards or rewards that I have personally enjoyed coming back to the music space.
Well, I think you should listen to me prophesy to your life. The 2025 is your season. And of course, hoping that finances will definitely roll in.
Thank you.
All right, one final break,
yes,
guys.
Amen to that.
Amen. Also, for Caesar too. Do you want me to pray for you too?
Yes.
All right, one final break, guys. When we do come back, we'll be moving on to the game segment. Don't go anywhere. Nka will be right back. You're still watching Nka only on Afia TV. And like I told you, we're having fun, relaxing. And yes, we do have, a bottle of wine right here. And I have my co-host back. How do you feel? Hope you're enjoying the new year. Well, he has so many thoughts. He has so much on his mind. And behind the scene, they're trying to get him excited. I feel he has a different impression and idea on his mind. Well, I still have Caesar here and Esther, and it's been such an amazing conversation. Cheers, Caesar. Cheers. All right, so right now, I would like us to get into games, but I'll start with Esther. Esther, I just have a few questions. Cheers. I know that we're drinking without you, and I hope you have your glass of wine virtually. So cheers.
I do. Cheers.
Okay, so rate from best to worst this artist. So I have a list of artists, and you're going to rate them from best to worst.
Uh-oh.
It's a very simple question. You can do it. I believe in you. All right.
Okay.
Rate from best to worst this female artist. We have Bloody Civilian. We have Fave. We have Ugochi, and we have Arya Star. Rate from best to worst this artist. Fave.
Why?
Bloody Civilian, Ugochi, and Arya Star.
Wow. I wouldn't want to rate, but why? It's a very tight.
Okay, so who do you enjoy listening to?
Okay, better. Fave, of course.
All right, got it. All right, Caesar.
Yes.
Got it. Caesar, while you are enjoying the glass of wine, so it's time for the game segment.
Right.
I remember you told me that you would love to sing.
I did not.
Oh, you did not? Oh, well, and now I think about it, I mean, just say, like, you manage artists and you're around music almost every day.
It doesn't make me a singer anyway.
I know, it doesn't make, you don't have to be a singer to sing. So we'd like you to sing something as we round up. It doesn't have to be serious. It can just be Merry Christmas. Just sing something for us as we say goodbye.
Wow.
My co-host is also looking at you and like, wow, what's going on? Don't worry, go ahead. You can do it, we believe in you. No beats, just, it's 30 seconds, just do something.
All right. I think, okay.
Go ahead.
It's hard. Anyway, all right, something like monogamy is overrated. This is not my song, but I could wrote this song.
Go ahead.
Monogamy is overrated. God five girls that they treat like girlfriend. King Solomon on my band, with more lines past me.
My co-host is listening to the lyrics and looking at me like, what did he just sing? Well, we don't have time to delve into that. But I mean, it's a pleasure to have you guys. Thank you so much for being part of the show, the first show in a brand new year. We love you, we appreciate you, and looking forward to more amazing wins to come from you. Thank you so much for joining us. And on that note, we say goodbye. Do well to follow us on all our social media platforms at Afia TV Official. And most importantly, keep a date with the beautiful, amazing Grace Ajayi for news tonight only on Afia TV. I am Jimmy Bulama Ashebu, and I have Ferami Jonathan Ashebu here. And we're signing out saying good night. Happy New Year to you.